With a free trade agreement, Pakistan buys more Chinese weapons than any other country, accounting for half of China's arms sales. In April 2015, China sold 8 submarines to Pakistan for $5 billion, China's largest military sale ever. Additionally, some, including Chinese diplomats, have compared their relationship to that of the US and Israel. In international relations, the two countries support each other unilaterally. While China backs Pakistan's claim in the Kashmir region against India, Pakistan advocates for China's authority in regions like Tibet and Taiwan. A Pakistani ambassador described their friendship as higher than the mountains, deeper than the oceans, stronger than steel, dearer than eyesight, sweeter than honey, and so on. The two also have economic dependence. China is Pakistan's second largest trade partner and a huge investor in Pakistani infrastructure and shipping routes. The two countries trade roughly $10 to $12 billion a year as of 2013. But in particular, Pakistan is the only Muslim nation known to possess nuclear weapons, and the majority of its missile and nuclear materials have reportedly come from China.
感谢你们就中华人民共和国成立70周年发来的热情洋溢的贺信。中国和巴基斯坦是独一无二的全天候的战略合作伙伴，无论国际和地区形势如何变化，中巴友谊始终牢不可破，坚如磐石。中巴合作始终保持着旺盛的生命力。
Mr. President, I want to thank your government. Every way you have supported us in our difficult times. Especially want to thank you when I came first time to China. Pakistan was in its worst economic condition. It was the worst economic condition ever in Pakistan's history. And China helped us at that time. And Mr. President, that is something we will never forget.
为表达对巴方人员舍身保卫中国总领馆英勇行为和牺牲精神的敬意，中国驻卡拉奇总领馆官员专程赴医院看望了受伤安保人员，并送上慰问金，并将向殉职的警卫人员家属提供慰问金。此外，许多中国驻巴机构和人员，许多中国的网民和世界各地的华人，也自发地发起了募捐活动。围绕此次事件，中巴两国政府和两国人民表现出了坚定的相互信任、相互支持和相互友好。事实再次证明，中巴友谊比山高，比海深。两国人民患难与共，中巴是当之无愧的全天候战略合作伙伴。我愿强调，任何企图破坏中巴友谊的行径都不会得逞。
发生之初呢，总统先生在第一时间向我致函慰问。在中国抗击疫情过程中，巴基斯坦政府和社会各界倾己所有，向中方捐赠各类的防疫物资。我在此深表感谢。事实再次证明，中巴两国是患难与共的真朋友，同甘共苦的好兄弟。我们乐见一个团结、稳定、繁荣、强大的巴基斯坦。中国将始终同巴基斯坦坚定地站在一起，致力于深化中巴铁杆情谊，拓展两国的战略合作。
We thought that this was a time to show our solidarity with the people of China, with the People's Republic of China, and the fact that I must congratulate your leadership. Because of your leadership, China has excelled in its ability, and it has shown to the world that it has handled a virus The attack was tremendous, and China has suffered the first brunt. But I must congratulate you, Your Excellency. The downgraph of that virus is very evident. See, the friendship between China and Pakistan, we are iron brothers. It has a long history. This is the time to come and express our solidarity that we are together. This is the time when there is a need to show to the world and to our own people that we stand together.
The president of the Chechen Republic, whose father was killed in a terrorist attack, is pointing the finger not at Islamists in the Middle East or Afghanistan, but at the USA. I prefer to call a spade a spade. The center is in America. Some in the US are working to undermine the sovereign Russian state. It's not the terrorists, not the Islamic radicals. It has nothing to do with Islam. They have invented this system. They are creating problems for Russia. They want to undermine Russia. According to the Chechen president, the tools Washington uses are public bodies or NGOs. Kadyrov says they spread rumors and gossip and use professional subversives in their mission to destabilize the troubled region.
I think dictators all over the world, including Bashar Assad, maybe even Mr. Putin, and maybe some Chinese, maybe all of them, may be a little bit more nervous because clearly the people of Libya rose up. We assisted them, and if it hadn't have been for the British and French and NATO air power, they probably wouldn't have succeeded. But I think they ought to be nervous. I think it's the spring, not just the Arab Spring.
It's the spring. I just wanted to pick you up on that. It's the springtime in Russia that might be not just a place where people vote, but a real democracy. Do you really think that?
I think it's very possible that you will see people protesting a government that is clearly one that is not democratic in the fashion that I think the Russian people had the hopes and aspirations for once the Soviet Union collapsed.
And just a final thought.
I cannot predict an armed uprising or anything like that, but I could certainly see significant protests in a lot of countries.
I refuse to be inducted into the United States Army, especially as some have pointed out, many have pointed out, when not taking the step, I will lose so much. And I would like to say to those of the press and those of the people who think that I lost so much by not taking the step, I would like to say that I did not lose a thing up until this very moment. I haven't lost one thing. I have gained a lot. Number one, I have gained a peace of mind. I have gained a peace of heart. I now know that I'm in content with Almighty God Himself.